Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Spanish China Radio. I'm your host, Enrique Sanchez. This afternoon, we have a very special guest. Would you be kind enough to introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yes, thank you for having me, Mr. Sanchez. My name is Natalie Rojas.
And explain a little bit about yourself. What's your occupation, and a little bit of your background.
Yes, of course. I work with a clinic in Houston, Texas. The clinic is called the Harris Center, and I've been working with them for about a year and 4 months in my career, and I am enjoying it very much so. Here every day during the week. And I also think of pursuing my degree as well in order to continue working with them. And that's usually what I am focused on the majority of my time since my graduation recently.
Oh, congratulations on your recent graduation.
Thank you.
So let me explain to you. As you know, Spanish United, we are a civil rights organization. We're also a radio show. We've been around for about 6 years. We have about five chapters in different states. The chapter that you will be joining in Houston is the Houston chapter of Spanish United, which is headed by Ivan and by Al. And basically, one of the responsibilities you would have in Spanish United would be to try to set up like a workshop. I've been trying to get Ivan and Al for the longest time to get a workshop to have your chapters going. So tell me what fresh new ideas you would bring to Spanish United once you join the Houston chapter.
I believe it's always going to be a work in progress depending on what is new for the month and the events in the community. I am very community involved, and like I mentioned, I usually am working during the week, but in the community as well. So there's plenty of time that I would be available to invest in learning on what I could possibly assist with or learn about in order to make these, certain uh, topics more elaborated with fresh facts and ideas, other than continuing to grow the page and the community, reaching out to the community that
Mhm,
I can possibly have their attention from.
mhm. Yeah, because I feel that in order, to see the Hispanic community grow, there needs to be community involvement. And I've mentioned in many of my interviews with different politicians and different leaders that why is it that I see other communities that are fruitful and thriving while our community tends to lag behind? It's not because we lack morals, we lack values, we lack things that make us who we are. I think a lot of it has to do is lack of community involvement, lack of community leaders, and most importantly, lack of centers where people can go, grow, feel safe, at the same time receive services. Like when I started Spanish United 6 years ago, we started as a grassroots movement. We still are a grassroots movement, but it has evolved over time. And one of the things that I want to see is more community involvement in the Latino community. Like today, for example, there was a theater troupe that was called Generación en Acción, which means generation in action, and it's
Yeah.
basically encouraging for Latinos to have um, gratitude and to laugh and to talk about their feelings. Because as you know, in our community, we don't talk about our feelings, and that's one of the reasons why we have the highest alcohol abuse, drug abuse, etc. primarily because we don't seek mental health. And I feel that it's very important that to keep the social problems at a minimum, I think there needs to be more services. And I even had told me that you work in the psychiatric mental health industry. So like
Yes.
what do you think you would try to bring to Spanish United in the chapter of Houston, to try to bring people at the same time to be more involved in community?
Um, I believe that I would be able to bring fresh ideas in order to bring them together as a community, as a group, project and teamwork, and how to improve these certain ideas for them to actually be able to be functional in the community as an event locally, that I would be willing to also work on in order to meet those certain goals as a group and in the chapter.
Mm.
I am very research oriented as well, so and knowledgeable in that aspect. So I like to do my own research about certain topics of interest that might be very fresh and current in the daily news as well. So I know that I try to keep up with that, but there is definitely some times that I notice that so much happens, as you know, as like what's happening right now on the news.
Mm.
But that is definitely something else that I would say that is a strength of to basically um, talk more about as a group discussion. And I also believe that there, has been projects that might be able to broaden our ideas and how to involve others as a whole with when it comes to Spanish United and in the community. But that's definitely something else that I believe that as a group that we could accomplish. So I'm definitely willing to work on that as well.
Yes, because I feel that, because I used to work in franchising, and of course, me being the founder and director, I'm always going to be the head of the organization. But at the same time, I also want the chapters to flourish and to grow. That's one of the reasons why I have weekly meetings, conferences, which you'll be joining us tomorrow,
Mhm.
where we talk about ideas, brainstorm, and at the same time trying to find ways to make Spanish United grow. At the same time, to be involved in community. Like I'm not sure if I even told you, but I'm involved in a lot of community work, outreach, for example. I always do like a yearly toy drive. I do two of them. I do Spanish United toy drive for Christmas and Spanish United for Tres Reyes Magos or Three Kings Day. So the whole point is to show the community that we are involved, that we're not words, but we're action.
Mhm.
Every time there's an issue involving our people, like for example, a couple of months ago, this was on the news where ICE had gone into the San Fernando Valley and uh, did a arrest of a Hispanic man who was actually doing a ministry. He was not a minister, but he was working in a ministry for Hispanic people, bringing food and clothes, and ICE came in with assault rifles and they took the mandatory back to Mexico. And I contacted the pastor. And Spanish United, we came right away and we helped the family out. We brought toys, we brought gift cards, we brought things, to show that the Latino community is not alone. Because as you know, the Latino community right now is under assault by this administration, by xenophobia, and we are the only minority that's not protected. So people feel that they have a right to abuse us because many Hispanic people tend to be silent because they don't want to cause problems. So I feel that Spanish United should be like a voice for them when they cannot speak, and that's what I do. That Every time there is an issue where a Hispanic person gets abused or they get mistreated or something happens to them, we speak for them, and that's what I want to see you guys do in your chapter is to be involved with those, especially with those that cannot defend themselves, and how to speak for them at the same time to be there when the rights are being violated.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yes.
And yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just trying to agree with you. Yes, that I agree. And I would really like to also learn from this opportunity because this would be the first time that I would work on this as as a group, since I usually spend most of my time working in the medical field.
Hmm. Yeah, and I feel that you're gonna like Spanish United because Spanish United, we are a non-political, non-sectarian, non-partisan organization. We're open to all. We are also very much inclusive of all nationalities of Latinos because Latinos come in all colors in the rainbow. One of our mottos is culture over color. So even
Hmm.
though there may be Latinos that may look white, they may look black, they may look brown, they may look yellow, we're all the same people because we all come from the same gene pool. We're all Latino. So I always stress and emphasize the importance of Latino unity because if we are all together as a monolith, we can make a bigger voice in getting our needs, our concerns addressed instead of functioning as independent individual tribes.
Hmm. Yes, I agree.
So, you'll definitely like the fact that, we are pretty much about inclusiveness at the same time, seeing our community do better. Because someone as myself, my background as an educator and also in financial services, and now in the last 6 years in civil rights, I've learned that there is a lot of lack of education that our people don't have, and that's actually what's actually hurting us. So I feel that it's very important that we need to educate our people, especially when it comes to their civil rights, their human rights, and at the same time to speak, when it comes to protecting themselves, because unfortunately, we tend not to know about the law, and that could be used
Yes.
against us. So I feel that it's very important that we need to educate our people and what to say and what to do, when our people are detained, when they're arrested, when they want to ask them, to come into their home without a warrant. It's very important for them to know what to do.
Awareness is very.
Awareness, exactly. So Ivan was telling me that you are part Colombian, part Mexican, right?
Yes,
So are you Mexican through your mother's side or father's side?
on mother's side.
Okay, nice. Awesome. Awesome. So you were born here in the States, right?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So you've always lived in Houston, Texas.
No, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh no, okay, nice. So how long did you live in Chicago before you moved to Houston?
I believe I was about a year and a half, almost 2 years, when I moved to Houston, Texas, with my
Okay.
family.
Okay, so you were basically like a child when you moved to Texas.
Yes, and I grew up in Texas, and I
Okay.
have received
Okay.
my education here in Texas.
Got it, got it. So you don't so you're not aware too much about, Chicago.
Not so much unless it is a real extreme reason on the news.
Right. I was born and raised in Southern California. I was born in Los Angeles. I grew up in Empire. I recently moved to the San Fernando Valley about 16 years ago. So I'm a Southern California guy.
Oh, beautiful.
My background, my mother's Puerto Rican. My father is a Guatemalan Jew. A Jewish person born in Guatemala. So
Hmm.
I have a mixture of both sides.
Oh,
And yeah, like I said, I definitely do believe that you're gonna be a good fit for Spanish United. And again, I'm so glad that Ivan referred me referred you to me because I feel that you're gonna bring new life, a spark, and I think that you'll be like a compass for Ivan, for Alvaro, and helping the Spanish United chapter in Houston to grow. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see Ivan's and Al's chapter to grow. I want them to branch off and see them do well.
that's nice to hear. Well, thank you so much for also bringing that up.
It's my pleasure. So anyway, we've come to the end of the interview. So, and for all the listeners that are listening on Spanish United Radio, we are on all social media platforms. We are on Spanish United, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now known as X, on YouTube. Anyone that wants to reach out to me, send me a DM. We are a nonprofit organization. Anyone that sends donations, to Spanish United is going to help those in the community. So again, I want to tell you, Natalie, thank you so much for being a guest on the show. And as soon as I finish later on tonight, I will send you the link to share it with your family and friends. And you are officially on board on Spanish United. We welcome to Spanish United.
Thank you so much. I am honored. I greatly appreciate the opportunity and hope to make this team work as perfect as you prefer.
Awesome. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.